Chad Gable versus Dash Wilder. We got some news here. Chris Jericho appeared to have considered walking out of the match. Hold on. Hold up. Let's see if my friend's back on. This guy's threatened to ban him. Okay, he is back on. I'm gonna join his party. I'll send him a party invite. I'm back. Okay, so after their performance against the champions, Big Cass and Enzo Amore have been given a title match opportunity against Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Dean Ambrose appeared on stage to applaud Baron Corbin for his showing in his match. Could the champion be scouting as the competition? This was all last week's. This is historical. Okay. And then you all know. So we have Dash Wilder versus Chad Gable. Asuka versus Dana Brooke. Hold on, I'm gonna join my friend's party here.
Hello. Yeah, apparently my PS4 it just went off for like 5 minutes, for like 2 seconds or like 5 seconds.
Samoa Joe versus Hideo Hitami.
Yeah. Oh.
LJ, who do you think will win this? Dash Wilder versus Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
Let's find out. Chad Gable did win.
I told you can't invite none of your friends.
No, it's an open party. It's an open party, that's why.
Asuka versus Dana Brooke. Who you think will win?
I don't know who this is, but
I kicked him out. Yeah, I did. I put it on private so no one else can join. Yeah,
he's
I gotta remember.
Now, definitely kick him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know he's a hacker as well.
No, he's not. He can't do shit to me.
Asuka versus Dana Brooke.
Not in phase. I kicked him out of phase.
Who do you think will win? Asuka versus Dana Brooke.
I kicked him out of phase. He's not in phase. He's a wannabe phase and he's a wannabe hacker. He's nothing. Actually block him.
Me? Okay.
Alan is just block him.
Hey, LJ.
Yeah.
Who do you think will win? Asuka versus Dana Brooke.
Asuka.
Yeah. Hideo Hitami versus Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
No. Hideo Hitami won.
I don't know.
Next show.
No.
It's Thursday's SmackDown tonight, everybody. We got some news here.
Wait.
Challenger Murphy sent a strong message to champion Samoa Joe, signaling the end of his title reign. Dana Brooke tied disrespecting Asuka with a baited head shake before their match, but got a hard slap in return. So we have Alberto Del Rio versus Big E. Hello? Is anybody there at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Alberto Del Rio versus Big E. Who wins?
Big E.
No, Alberto Del Rio won. Oh, for 1. Tyson Kidd versus Kane.
King.
1 for 2. Emma and Naomi had a promo. Ooh, a fatal 4-way. Here's one for you. Here's a little twister for you. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler versus The Undertaker versus Zack
Ryder.
Ryder.
It's different times.
Who do you think won?
For us, it's only 9:33. 37. I mean.
Comment. Anybody that's watching this, comment. Who do you think will win this match? Like you can see it, but The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler versus Undertaker versus Zack Ryder. Who wins, LJ? LJ.
Yeah.
Okay, here are the people. It's a fatal four-way. Okay, ready? The Miz versus Undertaker versus Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder. Who won? Who do you think would win that? LJ. LJ?
Yeah.
Do you know who would win? Undertaker, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, or Zack Ryder?
Undertaker.
No, Dolph Ziggler won and pinned The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Ambrose versus AJ Styles.
And AJ Styles.
That's when you're wrong right there, Ambrose. Audience out here. Daniel Bryan versus John Cena versus Randy Orton in a triple threat. Who won, audience? If you act like the true water bender you are, who won? Audience, answer. Okay, I swear there's somewhere watching. It was Daniel Bryan. Pin John Cena. Okay, next match. Next show is Raw. Okay, audience, I'm going to ask you before I click the results on this match, okay? So you got Kofi Kingston versus Big Cass. Who do you think would win that match? Audience? I'm going to ask my special little guest, Fire 101. Please subscribe. Who do you think would win this, Fire 101? Kofi Kingston versus Big Cass.
Big Cass.
Okay, you're going with Big Cass? Okay. The Golden Truth versus the Los Matadores.
Golden Truth.
Big Golden Truth? Okay. Okay, who do you think's gonna win this? Seth Rollins versus Bo Dallas. I mean,
Seth Rollins.
most likely, yeah. The Dudleys versus the Wyatts.
Versus the Wyatts. They'll be.
What?
Wait, what were the tag teams?
The Dudleys versus the Wyatts.
Dudleys.
Well, you gotta remember, this is Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. You're still gonna go with the Dudleys?
Yep.
Okay. Cesaro versus Darren Young versus Rusev. The three jobbers in this match. Minus Cesaro, actually. Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. Who thinks gonna win that, huh? Fire 101. Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns. Who wins?
Roman Reigns.
Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
And here is our results, everybody. Big Cass beat Kofi Kingston. The Golden Truth lost to the Los Matadores. Seth Rollins beats Bo Dallas. The Dudleys beat The Wyatts. Cesaro won. Ambrose won. And Finn Balor won! In a Falls Count Anywheres match. That was amazing. That's the match we've all been wanting to see, and it happened on Raw. Why hasn't our tag team been on here at all? Like, we're scheduled on Raw, but we haven't been on there. We got some news here. Chris Jericho continued to antagonize Seth Rollins, distracting him during his match rather than confronting him face to face. Baron Corbin appeared at ringside to confront Dean Ambrose during their match, leading to an altercation between the two superstars. Okay, tonight we have the one-man band, Heath Slater versus Fernando. Who wins? Heath Slater versus Fernando.
Yes.
Who wins? Who? LJ?
Yeah.
Heath Slater versus Fernando. Who do you think will win that? You say Heath Slater? Okay, LJ, here's the matches. You ready? You ready, LJ?
Yep.
Heath Slater versus Fernando.
Heath Slater.
Ooh, here's a good match right here. Golden Truth versus Enzo and Cass.
MWR.
What?
What was the tag team?
Enzo and Cass versus the Golden Truth.
Enzo and Cass.
Mark Henry versus Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
What? Who did you say? A normal one-on-one match. Mark Henry versus Baron Corbin. Who wins?
No, you're not.
Baron Corbin versus Mark Henry. Who wins?
Yeah.
Okay, Mark Henry versus Baron Corbin. LJ.
Yeah.
Mark Henry versus Baron Corbin.
Mark Henry.
Okay, the results are in. Heath Slater lost to Fernando. Who did you pick?
Heath Slater in that match.
You're 0-1. Big Cass and Enzo did beat Golden Truth. 1-2 now. Mark Henry beat Baron Corbin. 2 out of 3, not bad. The next match. It is NXT. We have Murphy going up against Hideo Itami. Who wins?
Wait, what?
Murphy versus Hideo Itami.
Hideo Itami.
Okay, Scott Dawson versus Jason Jordan. Scott Dawson versus Jason Jordan. Who you going with? LJ. I got the next match. Scott Dawson versus Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
Okay, and then Asuka promo, call out somebody. Hideo Hitami won. Jason Jordan won. And Asuka called out Dana Brooke. I like to call her Dana Brooke. Oh God, here comes Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke. Okay, SmackDown Live. We have the Usos versus the New Day. Who wins that match?
Usos.
Usos?
Oh no, New Day.
New Day? Tyson Kidd versus Kane.
Kane.
Okay, Natalia versus Naomi. Baron Corbin promo. Triple threat. John Cena versus The Miz versus Alberto Del Rio. Okay, I got the second to last match. Okay, so you ready, LJ? LJ,
Yeah.
you ready? John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio versus The Miz in a triple threat.
John Cena.
John, okay. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles in a Falls Count Anywhere.
Randy Orton.
Randy. Okay, here we go. The New Day versus Jimmy and Jay Uso. The Usos lose. And Kane won. Naomi won. Now promo, Baron Corbin calls out Dean Ambrose. The Miz won. The Miz.
You know we're playing Infected, right? Oh, I know. Oh, man.
Yo, LJ, The Miz pinned John Cena to win the triple threat match. And then AJ Styles beat Randy Orton. Yo, you were doing so good, and then you got to the, you were getting them all right, and then you got up to the, Extreme Rules is coming up. Ooh, this could be a great match right here. Triple threat match on Raw. Finn Balor versus Neville versus Brock Lesnar. Who wins?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
You're going with Brock? So Brock's gonna defeat Finn Balor and Neville?
Yeah.
Okay. The Golden Truth versus the Los Matadores. Who wins that?
Okay.
What? It's the Golden Truth versus Los Matadores.
Golden Truth.
Okay, Jack Swagger versus Cesaro.
Cesaro.
Ooh, Xavier Woods versus Enzo Amore. Xavier versus Enzo. So, AJ, here's the match. Enzo versus Xavier. Who wins that?
Enzo versus Xavier. Enzo.
The New Day versus the Dudley Boys. We've seen this match before. The Dudleys versus the New Day.
Dudley's.
Dudley's, okay? And Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho, who are currently in a feud.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, okay? And then Dean Ambrose versus Rusev. In the main event, Ambrose versus Rusev.
Maybe.
Who wins that? Oh, it's a false count anywhere. Rusev versus Ambrose. AJ,
Yeah.
the falls count anywhere. Dean Ambrose versus Rusev.
Dean Ambrose.
Okay, here we go. And the triple threat winner is Brock Lesnar pinned Finn Balor. The Golden Truth beat the Los Matadores. Who did you pick in that match?
Yeah, I picked the Golden Truth.
You picked the Golden Truth. Okay, two. Okay, Cesaro versus Jack Swagger. Who did you pick?
I picked Cesaro.
He won 3 for 3. Enzo beat Xavier. That's 4 to 4. The Dudleys 5 to 5. You picked Xavier? No, I heard you say Enzo. I heard you say Enzo. The Dudleys won. Seth Rollins won. And Dean Ambrose won. That's you got everyone right. Okay, here we go. We're going to main event. Oh my god, it's Fernando versus Diego. Who wins? AJ, who wins this? Fernando versus Diego.
Diego.
Diego, okay. Triple threat. Mark Henry versus Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. Okay, Enzo and Cass versus American Alpha.
American Alpha.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Your results are in. Fernando beat Diego. Mark Henry won. And who did you pick? American Alpha or Enzo and Cass?
I picked the American Alpha.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. That's wrong. They're in a rivalry. Oh, we have Wednesday going here. Okay, NXT time. We have Samoa Joe cutting a promo. It is a call out. Then we have American Alpha versus Scott Dawson. The American Alpha versus the Revival. Who wins that? Who wins, the Revival or American Alpha? AJ.
Yeah.
American Alpha versus the Revival.
Revival.
And then you got Dana Brooke versus Bailey.
Bailey.
Bailey, okay. Okay, Samoa Joe called out Murphy. American Alpha beat the Revival. And Bailey beat Dana Brooke. We're getting closer. After SmackDown is Extreme Rules. Amber's cutting a promo here It's a self-promotion. So here we go. Here is our matches for tonight. Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder versus The Undertaker. Who wins?
Undertaker?
Oh, I'll just agree.
Because I'm tired.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Pro John
What?
Hello?
on the site.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, now I got quick.
Okay.
LJ, you there? LJ, you there?
Yeah.
And
I'll put on
order.
FMG then.
Hello?
Right now.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, already prestige.
Hello? LJ, you there? Hello?
I'd be on YouTube watching videos. It's gonna be hard not to because I didn't go to all last night. Yeah, probably.
Okay, LJ.
I'm gonna try and see how long I can do it for. How long I can go.
Okay, LJ.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder versus The Undertaker.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors.
Taker? Kane versus Tyson Kidd. Kane versus Tyson Kidd.
Is.
Hey, LJ.
Yeah.
Next match is Kane versus Tyson Kidd. Kane, Alberto Del Rio, Bret Hart, and Jennifer Miz. John Cena beat Randy Orton. He interrupted by Baron Corbin. The Undertaker wins. Okay, you might wanna. Okay, here we go. Extreme Rules is coming up. Extreme Rules is here. Okay, LJ, can you hear me? Cause I can't hear you. Hello? I swear to God, he muted me.
Well, I was not muted.
Hello?
Yeah, still here.
You still here? Cause Extreme Rules is hit. Here we go. Cesaro versus Rusev for the United States title. Who wins? Gotta go with Cesaro, I guess. Go with Golden Truth. Kane. Naomi. Going with Enzo and Cass. Seth. Dean. Here we go. And Rusev wins. Or is the United States champion now? Golden Truth. What? Emma beats Naomi? We gotta check on who is champion here tonight.
Hello?
Hello?
I might go to sleep, by the way. I'm falling asleep talking to you guys.
What?
I might go to sleep because otherwise I'm gonna go to sleep talking to you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Yeah, it's 12:06. I gotta get to bed. See you guys. Well, that's the end of my broadcast, guys. I gotta get to go into bed. But I will see who the champs are, though. Oh, Triple H is cutting a promo on Raw. Champions are Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, Rusev. See how Rusev won. Rusev beat Cesaro, who's the number one contender. Ambrose beat AJ Styles, is the number one contender. Who's the number one contender? Alexa Bliss is the number one contender for Charlotte. And the Dudley Boys are number one contenders. Who are on here, though? The superstars. Alright guys, I gotta go to bed. See your face. See ya. You know what? I might actually do it. What? You know what? Empire for life. When was this made? Just now. Great job. Empire. Forever.
Oh, hell. On time. I know, man. Fuck nah. You got to go.
Dude, why did I get kicked out?